I keep my ground so clean.
The heart and soul of the Cayman people. Thank you for keeping the culture alive.
Spread the news every day. From East End to Georgetown, down into West Bay.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
And now, The Business Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. This is where we address the business topics that matter. Here's your host, Sabrina Turner.
Good morning and welcome to the Thursday edition of the Business Buzz right here on Radio Cayman. I'm your guest host, Anita Khan, sitting in for Sabrina Turner this morning. Thank you so much for joining us. The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies, Cayman Insurance Center, and FSH Design. This morning on the Business Buzz, we put the spotlight on the Cayman Islands Association of Financial Advisors, CIAFA, as we learn more about the association and their upcoming charitable event, Car Trunk Sale. Joining me this morning in the studio, we have Mr. Ravi Kapoor. Ravi is the director of CIAFA. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for joining us. Do you mind me just calling you Ravi?
Oh, yeah, please.
I always call you Ravi, right?
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome, Ravi. And to make the most of our time this morning, can you just share some background information on the CIAFA?
Okay, well, the CIFA was formed 25 years ago. It started off as the Life Underwriters Association of Cayman. It then grew and it became the Cayman Islands Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors. And now it's been rebranded as the Cayman Islands Association of Financial Advisors to reflect the changing environment and the changing requirements of people who are working in insurance in the front line. It has evolved from more than just being agents. Financial advisors also means knowing more knowledge about investments and other areas. And it has reached a stage now where we've always been involved in making sure that ethical standards and norms are maintained and the do's and don'ts are very strictly enforced. But we've now moved to where we are offering courses in insurance, and also giving recommended courses, working with CIMA, and it's also now moved to where we are now a section under and sit on the board with the Cayman Islands Insurance Association. So it has been involved in growing as time goes on.
So that was a good reason for rebranding, I'm sure.
Sure.
Okay. This CIAFA.
Yeah.
You have so many things starting with CI.
Yeah.
So CIAFA, as part of CRIAFA,
All right.
you have the Day of Common Concern, which is DOCC.
Right.
And that's observed every 31st of October.
Right. So this is under CARIFA, which is the Caribbean Association of Financial Advisors. This program has been running for probably about over 30 years, and it has been focused on making people aware on the dangers and risks of diabetes. You have things like hypertension, you have other things, but diabetes is one that can creep up. Sometimes it can come through genetically from one family member to another, but it is the changing diets, the emphasis that has been growing on processed foods, sodas, and so on, which is a real cause, and it's something that can be prevented. So education is a major part, but the association as a whole, working with the 10 other members of the CARIFA, including Cayman, we also help. They also help financially to provide funds where necessary for programs, as well as to assist people to change lifestyles and get a better lifestyle.
So this is observed. This will be observed on the 31st of October this year. So the car boot trunk sale is this part of the fundraiser for, and this is your first junk in the trunk sale. Is
Correct.
That what you're calling it, right?
That's right.
So
That's
this will be your first one.
Yes.
Okay, and this is basically to raise funds
Correct.
for
That
the
purpose.
event.
Yes. And what we've done is that as the emphasis is on diabetes, we are now working with the Cayman Islands Diabetes Association,
Okay.
and all 100% of all proceeds received from the event will go directly to them for their programs here, because we work internationally, but we also work at home. And if we can make people more aware and reduce this, it impacts the economy, because that's that much less money that would have to be spent on treatments and other money making made available for other things that are also necessary in Cayman.
That's right. And as a first event, let's talk a little bit more about the actual event, Ravi.
Right.
I know you're excited about the event, right?
Right, absolutely, absolutely.
Were you part of the planning process?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you know you have all the details now, right? How can somebody get involved as a vendor, as well as helping if you need help putting the event, get together?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We will take help in any shape and form. The event is going to be on Saturday, 19th October. It is it'll be in the parking lot on Elgin Avenue opposite Cayman National Bank.
Okay.
Cayman National Bank has very kindly provided us the facility in supporting us in this manner. And it is going to be from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. We've kept it those hours so that people can come in and do their bargain hunting and also be able to sell things, and then move on through the rest of the day to get other things done, as well as to beat the heat.
Okay. Well, it's people like to come on and buy the garage sale, check out the garage sale and stuff like that early in the morning. So 6 a.m. That's a good time to start.
Definitely.
Even 5:30.
Yeah. No. Well, we have to
Set
get
up, right?
we have to get our members dragged out to come and make sure that we're all set up and ready to kick off at 6.
How is CNB actually involved in the event?
Well, what CNB is also going to probably helping us is that will help us to promote the event, especially through the bank itself, for any of their members who have things that they want to get rid of. It's a great way to do this. We are also just in the process of confirming with one other entity. We should know by hopefully today, who will pick up the excess of anything that's not sold, and people don't want to take it back home again. They can then drop it off, and that'll go to another charity on there, so that it's a good way to people to clean out their home and get ready for Christmas. Make
right.
space for that new sofa, or they make space for that in the closet that they've never been able to find anything. So it's a great way for them to do their part on getting rid of these things, and at the same time, we're helping Diabetes Association from the proceeds of the event.
So take for instance, I've never been involved in a trunk sale or a car boot sale. Do I just have to? There's no registration fee for this, first of all.
Yes, that's the good thing. In some similar events that have been done, they normally have to pay $20 or $25. We made it free.
It's free.
We want as many people to come and be able to do that. What we do ask, and we'll be going around at that time, is make a donation for the Diabetes Association. Whatever it is, if it's $10, $50, or $100, it doesn't matter. Any amount that we collect on the day, all of that will be given directly to the association there. And one of the reasons why we're doing this is to bring awareness to our association on the work that we do in the community.
Okay. So So going back to the process now. So I pile my car up with all the stuff I don't want anymore. I don't have use for that somebody else can find useful, and I bring it over to the CNB parking lot.
Right.
And I set up.
Right.
So I don't pay a fee,
Right.
registration fee, at the end of the sale of my time,
Right.
whenever I'm finished.
Right.
So I check how much money I've made for the morning, and then I give you from that, a proceed from that.
Yes, and whatever it is, it's not a fixed amount. It's not a fixed percentage.
Right.
It's whatever you
Give them from your heart.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure not everybody gonna be that honest, but
no,
hopefully.
the thing is that if this is a standard of humanity that we are focusing on. So if people wish to give, that's great. If they don't, that's fine too. We've done our part to help the community by being able to take things out that they don't need anymore that are collecting. At the same time, one way or another, we're continuing to help an association like the Diabetes Association.
And I'm pretty sure we have some folks who at this time would like to make some extra money, for Christmas coming up and everything, or help with lunch money for the kids or whatever.
Right.
But it's a good way, for them to do that as well. Now, this is an awesome. I know we've had some of the schools like Catholic school and sometimes St. Ignatius.
Right.
They have the same junk sale,
right,
or trunk sale, not junk sale.
Yeah.
Well, you call it junk in your trunk, but this is definitely a good way to do this. Now, how is there? There's no cost. Is there a deadline for registration?
Yes, there is a deadline on the registration, and that is that the event is on the 19th. So we want people to be able to register. They can register by phone or by email.
By the 17th. It's
the 17th. This is simply so that it allows us time to make sure that we can do the allocation of space. There's going to be two parking spaces for each trunk sale.
Two parking spaces. Oh, that's nice.
We recommend that people bring a table of their own.
Okay.
So that they can set up a table one side, have the vehicle on the other side. It makes it easy to keep their own control on things. They reach out to us by email or by phone. If somebody doesn't answer the phone, not to panic. We'll take your number and we'll call you back. We'll send you a registration form. You complete that. Simply so that we know we have contact details of who the people are coming. And those who have registered first will get the better spot, so to speak. We want as many people to come, and then that way it helps us to organize to make sure that we have enough space.
Worst case scenario, I forgot about it, and I really want to do this Saturday morning. Can somebody just come in? They spur of the moment.
They can, but we'll have to see how the allocation is after those that have come in first, registered
folks. Okay.
And then we can see where we can put them in space.
If you're just joining us, you're listening to the Business Buzz. In the studio this morning, I have the director of CIAFA, Mr. Ravi Kapoor. Are we talking about the junk and the trunk sale coming up on October 19th? And we'll talk a little bit more about the association. But first, we have to make some money. Take a break. Susan, thank you.
The Business Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Medical Supplies. Call them at 949-6211. Cayman Insurance Center, celebrating 45 years in the Cayman Islands, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And also brought to you by FSH Design. Let your imagination grow with FSH Design. Visit fshdesign.com today.
The Cayman Islands boasts of a long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series, sponsored by Cayman National Bank. Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs. The Cayman Islands, he hath founded it upon the seas.
As fate would have it, the early educational efforts of the islands were fostered on occasion by the arrival of shipwrecked seamen. The sister islands were no different, with the wreck of a mariner named Johnson, whose ship wrecked on Cayman Brac in 1863. Johnson would start a school which serviced not only children but adults too. In 1881, Jamaican Henry Hewitt set up the private school in State Bay, charging 9 pence per week. As education pursuits grew, it would be the Baptist Church which would lead the charge given the growth of their congregations in the sister islands. Between 1896 and 1906, a large schoolhouse would be built in the chapel at the creek, along with State Bay and Little Cayman.
Radio Cayman's historical facts vignettes are proudly brought to you by Cayman National, with branches on all 3 Cayman Islands. Visit Cayman National Bank today for all of your financial needs.
5 540 months.
16,425 days.
394,200 hours.
45 years.
That's how long we've been committed to serving you, and we won't stop there. Over the years, we have proudly grown with Cayman, making a difference in the community. That's why we're here, to stand by you.
We are Cayman National.
And we thank you for standing by us for 45 years and counting.
Homeowners, protecting your family and property is crucial during the season, and you should always assess insurance needs long before a storm makes landfall. Most insurers won't issue policies when a storm is imminent. Cayman Insurance Center's team of professionals can help owners like you find the most comprehensive coverage and competitive rates. Call Michael Webster today at 925-5433 or Denise Brown at 814-7229. Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call Michael and Denise today at Cayman Insurance Center.
89.9 Radio Cayman helps you to weather the storm during this hurricane season.
One of the most crucial elements of hurricane preparedness is storm awareness. During the season, it is of utmost importance to pay attention to the latest local weather forecasts, as hurricanes do not suddenly form or strike. There are various methods of advanced notification. Utilizing such may be the difference between a favorable outcome and disaster. Both television and radio serve as excellent mediums with up-to-the-minute storm path information in the wake of a hurricane. Another method of tracking a hurricane may be only arm's length away. Your smartphone or tablet can be your most valuable tool before, during, and after a storm, providing countless numbers of apps with crucial hurricane information. Many apps allow you to track storms with moving radar and satellite imagery, plus offer alerts, current conditions, forecasts, advisories, and even video.
This hurricane preparedness tip was brought to you by your community radio station, Radio Cayman 89.9 FM.
Cayman Medical Supplies, now providing Cayman Brac with medical supplies. Call 949-6211. And Cayman Medical Supplies will arrange to ship from wheelchairs and walkers to all kinds of medical supplies. Your order will be shipped to you either by Cayman Airways or Thompson Shipping for one agreed upon price. Telephone 949-6211. Cayman Medical Supplies, located at number 93 Smith Road, Windward Center, providing quality pharmaceuticals, medical supplies, and consumer products to healthcare providers, retailers, and ultimately the patients at a reasonable rate in a friendly, caring, and timely manner.
Marketing. It is the key that no business can live without. From social media to Google Ads, websites to app development, or even graphic design to video commercials, FSH Design is here to help you and your business succeed. We focus on personalized digital marketing and offer advertising consultations for each of our clients. Don't waste time. We want to help you reach your marketing goals today. We work directly with you and your business to generate a strategic marketing plan that will develop current and creative results. Check out our website at fshdesign.com.
As a Caymanian, it's very important to me that projects like this are thought of thoroughly before continuing.
My question is, do we need it? And I've not yet been fully convinced that we need it, nor have I been fully convinced that we don't need it. So
what guarantee do we have that these ships are going to continue to come?
Please make the right decision.
Please don't let the catchy songs overturn you. Please support the referendum. Please ensure that you are supporting sustainable tourism, not just money-making tourism.
If the project plans have changed, even though it might be insignificant on paper, it's going to be significant for the environment.
They need to release official information, official facts.
That's where I am right now. I want to know, I want more information on do we need it.
It's your vote, your future.
So make a decision based on fact.
You deserve the whole truth.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz, the business topics that matter, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local business environment. Business Buzz.
Welcome back to the Business Buzz. Anita Khan sitting in for Sabrina Turner this morning. It's 10 minutes until 8 o'clock. We have 10 more minutes on this first segment of the Buzz. We're speaking to Mr. Ravi Kapoor. Mr. Ravi is the director of the Cayman Islands Association of Financial Advisors, CIAFA. Ravi, we're talking about the junk in the trunk sale, which is, or car boot sale, coming up on Saturday, October 19th from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. at the parking lot opposite Cayman National Bank on Elgin Avenue. There is no entry fee. Registration deadline is October 17th. And do you have a number that anyone want to reach you can...
Yes, they can reach us.
And the email as well.
Yes, they can reach us at 922-3921. That's 922-3921. And our email is ciafacayman@gmail.com. So that's ciafacayman@gmail.com.
And the number is 922-3921. Will this be a yearly event put on by CIFA?
Yes, we are looking to doing this as a yearly event. We've got actually several other events planned coming up next year, but we're waiting to finalize those to get people more involved in the industry, both in terms of joining the industry as well as those to learn more about insurance, particularly the life insurance aspect of it.
Moving off a little bit from the Junk in the Trunk sale, CIAFA Life Insurance Awareness Month was celebrated in September.
Correct.
That was last month. It was started in the U.S. by Life Happens.
Yes.
Which is a non-profit organization. And it's celebrated around the world.
Correct.
Can you share a little bit about the origins and the main aim of this event?
Yes. This event was started and it's focused in September because usually around the world, September is a slow month in terms of activities. People are coming back from vacations, especially in the Western Hemisphere, by the end of August. Schools are starting in September. And people's funds are not only in the best position because they spent everything on vacation and now they got to pay the bills.
The rest of the year.
Yeah. So this was a time that was selected as a time to purely educate people on life insurance and the benefits of life insurance and how it works. The organization got started in 1994 with 7 companies becoming sponsors. Today, we have over 100 companies from around the world who are sponsors of Life Happens. And the idea is to educate, to enlighten, and to motivate people to understand how life insurance can really benefit them. And it's something that has been growing, and we have been also taking part in the events over here, usually as an association as well as under individual company members. We will do presentations. We'll do lunch and learns, for instance. We'll go to an office. We'll provide sandwiches and lunch there. And
I love lunch and learn.
Yeah. and it's a time where in small groups people can learn about things. They can ask questions. They don't feel intimidated like a big seminar, with hundreds of people there at a time. It's something that they learn and educate, and then they can help to plan for their own future.
And now that we're aware of all of that during the month of September, that would take us right into what is the importance of life insurance to the Cayman public, Ravi?
Life insurance is extremely important and has a huge impact. So let's just take, you've seen for instance, the value of properties that have been approved, 1 billion, 1.5 billion each quarter for the past year, for instance. So you're looking at $3 billion, $3 to $4 billion in approvals of various projects. People who are going to be buying those properties, for instance, are going to need life insurance to protect it because the bank wants to make sure that if something happens to you, they'll be able to get their money back.
And we were just talking about ALFQ,
how
important it is. Yes.
And on that side. But life insurance is not just primarily for mortgages, it is also for yourself. It is not you that is going to benefit from life insurance. It is who you're going to be leaving behind there. When a person's gone, everybody's upset and sad and so on, and they're in mourning for a while. But unfortunately, if you don't have life insurance, bills still have to be paid.
Reality kicks in after that, yes.
CC will come along, for instance, and say, Ms. Khan, we're sorry to hear this, but if we don't get a check next week, we're going to have to cut the power off.
That's right.
These are the realities of life that we live in. So this is where life insurance comes in, because it is now providing a nest egg based on what your income was at the time of application and how many years coverage you have. It'll provide for living expenses. It'll provide for your children's education. It'll provide for planning for the future. You may be in a large home. The mortgage is paid off by life insurance, but living expenses are not there. So you might need to downsize. But if you have to, it should be on your terms, not because you're forced to, that you can't afford to live there anymore.
That's right.
And so want to maintain your lifestyle. So
how are you, besides the Life Awareness Month in September, how is your the association bringing more awareness to the topic? Again, by doing presentations, by making people aware, it's a continuing education effort. We try to go into colleges, we try to go into the businesses, we do presentations to them, show them how life insurance works, what type of life insurance there are, what hybrids have come across there, what are the benefits of those plans, and how it can help you in your financial planning. How competitive is the industry, insurance industry? It's a very, very competitive. It is worldwide, but in Cayman, it is extremely competitive. It's probably about 15 life insurance companies. Wow. Yeah, wow. Here. So you have to make sure you buy life insurance, because if you don't, you're at fault, because you have all the resources. Yeah. And if you don't provide for your family before, during, and after, then Yeah, it is. You have to plan for that. People often look at the thing and say, "Oh, this company is offering me the cheapest price, so I'll go with that." Price is very important, but you got to see what the benefits and the coverage you're getting. That's right. And for instance, you might get a policy and you just have to pay $50 a month compared to another company that's charging $100. But however, you may be tied into like a term policy for the next 25 years, and you can't do anything more. And you're paying this money, but it's basically money going down the drain because it's not providing any additional benefits. On the other hand, the company selling the $100 is also giving you an option that you can change it to a whole life or universal life. And you can have life saver along the way. And you don't have to do any further medicals and tests for that. Right. So regardless of what your health is 10 years from now, when you got the insurance now, you're locked into a rate, and that rate's not going to change. We can talk about insurance all morning, Ravi. When is a good time to buy? Any time is a good time to buy based on what your needs are and what your desires are. The best time overall is when you're young. So somebody may be, for instance, parents can get, with my company, which is Colonial Life, parents can get life insurance for their almost adult children at the age of 17. Because they're paying for the policy. They can get coverage. When they grow older, the policy can be handed to them and say, son, daughter, now it's for you to take care of on this thing. But when you're young, it's the best time because it's also the lowest cost. So what you pay as a premium at age 18 or 19 versus when you're paying it at 30, it could be 20% more. I didn't know that. Well, I hope our listeners, our audience this morning, they have gained some valuable information. Ravi, you want to say thank you so much for coming by the studio. You want to do a quick wrap-up? You've got 10 seconds on the trunk sale. Well, thank you very much, Anita, for having me. I encourage everyone, please contact us at our cell number 922-3921 or ciafacayman@gmail.com and reserve your spot for the trunk sale for the 19th. We will not refuse anyone unless we are sold out completely. So first come, first serve, sign up, help us to help the community. Thank you, Ravi, and we'll see you next time to continue this insurance conversation. It's exciting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stay tuned for a time check and Radio Cayman News. After the news, we'll have weather and traffic, and when we come back on the second segment of the Business Buzz this morning, we'll be speaking to Ms. Powery from the RCIPS.
Thank you, Sabrina. Studio time now by Price Right is 8 o'clock.
Price Right is Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore, making your dollar go further with huge savings and no membership fees. Get more of the things you use every day at the right price. But it's not just grocery and health and beauty. Price Right has a full range of products from office to automotive, patio furnishings to kitchen appliances, and even electronics. And since warehouse prices mean savings for you, everything is priced right at Price Right, Grand Cayman's warehouse shopping superstore.
Of course, it's not Sabrina. It is Anita. Thank you so much, Anita. And stay tuned now for Radio Cayman's Morning News.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by Sagicor. Let us put a smile on your face. Call 949-8211.
Access. Information. Your community. News and information. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. The Cayman Islands Department of Tourism partners with award-winning U.S. Agency of Record for Media Planning and Placement, Kelly Scott Madison. Director of Tourism Rosa Harris believes KSM will deploy a successful marketing plan.
By working with innovative agency partners, we're able to be bold in our communications and marketing strategies as we move the Cayman Islands tourism business towards new initiatives that will achieve positive results and sustain growth. With KSM at the helm of our marketing and media planning, we're confident in our latest approach by awarding this contract to our new media agency of record for the United States.
The DOT trusts that the Chicago-based agency will propel Cayman's tourism and cement a reputation as the best choice for a world-class Caribbean getaway. In other news,
devastation was of such a magnitude. If anybody remembers Ivan, this was many, many times worse.
Marion Slater is a nurse midwife at the Health Services Authority, and she just returned from 2 weeks in hurricane-ravaged areas of the Bahamas, part of a team from Cayman aimed at assisting the exhausted medical staff there. In spite of the reality of seeing so many suffering from such great loss, Nurse Slater says it was truly a rewarding experience.
Overall, it was a very humbling experience, and we've made great friends with the Bahamian staff and the doctors, and our second team going in that went in as we came out. I think from what I hear, it's a similar situation.
She says it's clear there's a long road ahead for the Bahamian people, but there are some signs of progress as crews work to restore utilities. In regional news, former Jamaican Education Minister Rule Reid and the 4 others charged in the Education Ministry Caribbean Maritime University corruption probe are spending the night in police custody on multiple charges. The others accused include the wife of the foreign minister, Sharon Reid, their daughter Sherelle, CMU President Professor Fritz Pinnock, and Kim Brown Lawrence, the counselor for the Browns Town Division in St. Anne. In a statement released late Wednesday night, investigators said following interviews with police and detectives, the 5 were charged with a range of offenses, which included breaches of the Corruption Prevention Act, conspiracy to defraud, misconduct in a public office at common law, and breaches of the Proceeds of Crime Act. Law enforcement authorities say the 5 will be taken to court as soon as possible. Wednesday morning, investigators swooped down on the houses of the 5 in St. Andrew, St. Catherine, and St. Anne. Authorities say inquiries into the matter are ongoing. Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which will... I'm Carsley Fuller from Radio Cayman's newsroom.
Tens of thousands of civilians are reported to have fled the major Turkish offensive against Kurdish fighters in northeastern Syria. The Turks say they've killed more than 100 militants since the assault began on Wednesday. The Kurds have warned that the fighting could lead to thousands of IS jihadis breaking out of detention centres. Turkey's action has been condemned by several countries, including European powers, but President Erdogan of Turkey has warned that if the EU called the Turkish incursion an occupation, he would send millions of Syrian refugees currently in Turkey to Europe. Women in Iran have been allowed to attend a football match freely for the first time in decades. They're gathering to watch their national team take on Cambodia. Women have been barred from soccer stadiums since the Islamic Revolution 40 years ago. The Polish author Olga Tokarczuk and the Austrian playwright Peter Handke have both been awarded Nobel Prizes for Literature. Tokarczuk, who's considered the leading Polish novelist of her generation, was given the 2018 prize a year late. The 2019 Nobel Literature Prize went to Peter Handke for what was described as his work of linguistic ingenuity. The Romanian government has lost a crucial no-confidence vote just weeks ahead of a presidential election. The parliament narrowly voted to dismiss the centre-left government of Prime Minister Viorica Dăncilă. Police in Rwanda have questioned an opposition leader following last week's rebel attacks in the north of the country that left 14 people dead. Victoire Ingabire of the FDU Inkingi party says she has no connection with the attacks. The tennis star Naomi Osaka has decided to give up her US citizenship so she can play for Japan in the Tokyo Olympics next year. The world number 3 currently holds passports from both countries. She has a Japanese mother and a Haitian father and grew up in the United States. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by Sagicor. Let us put a smile on your face. Call 949-8211.
Think about something that makes you happy. Did it make you smile? We know it did. Because that's what we do at Sagicor. Put smiles on our clients' faces every day. With a large range of products to cover your family, it's no wonder most locals choose Sagicor for their life insurance needs. Serving the community for over 25 years. Let us put a smile on your face. Call your Sagicor advisor today.
Access and information. What's happening in your community? News and information, music and more. You can find us. www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Radio Cayman is your choice, your voice for today's biggest news. Radio Cayman.
At Kirk's Home Center, we can make your life much better. We got it all together. We got a great deal in store for you.
This week at Kirk Home Center, save on a sleek and functional stainless steel desk lamp for $29.99. Make use of a variety of storage options with a Supreme shelving unit for $32.29. Shape, sharpen, buff, and polish just about any metal object with a bench grinder for $78.99. Brown bagels and bread to perfection with Hamilton Beach's 2-slice chrome toaster for $37.59.
Kirk's Home Center, we got a great deal in store for you.
Mark down the date of Saturday, November 2nd. Breeze Fusion 2019.
Are you ready? Yeah. The Breeze Fusion 5K, 10K walk run.
Bigger and better.
Now featuring a 5K walk run and a 10K run for half marathon trainers. Join the fun and help raise funds for the Central Scranton Park and the NCBO.
Yes, Cayman Islands, it's back. Your chance to be healthy. Your chance to give back.
Save the date or register now at CaymanActive.com or at Radio Cayman Studio. The Breeze Fusion 5K, 10K walk run. Saturday, November 2nd.
I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. I like to move it, move it. You like to move it.
The Breeze Fusion 5K, 10K walk run.
The Weather Report is proudly sponsored by Super Stitch Sewing and Fabric Center, your one-stop household store at 39 Pasador Place, Smith Road. Still offering the best prices in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
Thinking of decorating your home or your apartment? Then Super Stitch is the place for all your household needs. We have sheets, comforters, bathroom accessories, curtains, and a whole lot more. We are the original curtain store with curtains for every room in the house. Some special now curtains for $10 a panel. Yes, just $10 a panel. Come see us today at Super Stitch. Super Stitch, your one-stop household store at 39 Pasadora Place, Smith Road. Still offering the best prices in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
Good morning. Let's take a look at your weather. Current temperature is 85 degrees. Relative humidity is 87%. Barometric pressure 29.87 inches and rising. The wind is northeast at 9 knots. Overnight low temperature was 81 degrees. Synopsis indicate isolated showers along with light to moderate northeasterly winds and seas are expected over the Cayman area for the next 24 hours as a tropical wave over the area moves west over the western Caribbean. Radar images show isolated showers in and around the Cayman area moving southwest. Now, the forecast for today calling for partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers. Temperatures will be in the upper 80s. Winds will be east to northeast at 10 to 15 knots, and seas will be slight to moderate with wave heights of 2 to 4 feet. And the forecast for tonight calling for partly cloudy skies with a 20% chance of showers and temperatures falling to the upper 70s tonight. Your winds will be southeast at 5 to 10 knots, and seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. We're presently at a high tide, and the next low tide will be this afternoon at 1:54, and a high tide again tonight at 7:59. The sun will set this evening at 5 minutes past 6 and will rise tomorrow morning at 6:19. And the outlook is calling for similar weather conditions through Saturday morning.
Superstitch Sewing and Fabric Center was the proud sponsor of the Weather Report, your one-stop shop for all of your household items, craft items, jewelry, beads, and decorations, and much more. Call Superstitch at 949-2833 or email customer care at superstitch.com.ky.
Thinking of decorating your home or your apartment? Then Superstitch is the place for all your household needs. We have sheets, comforters, bathroom accessories, curtains, and a whole lot more. We are the original curtain store with curtains for every room in the house. Some special known curtains for $10 a panel. Yes, just $10 a panel. Come see us today at Superstitch. Superstitch, your one-stop household store at 39 Pasadora Place, Smith Road. Still offering the best prices in town. Call 949-2833 or go to superstitch.com.ky.
Logic Fiber Internet is the fastest internet on the island. And it's gotten even better, because when you sign up now, you get 1 month free. Sounds great, but there's some very real drawbacks. Your kids will never leave. You'll have nothing to complain about. And you can't blame your online gaming stats on anything but skill. Sign up now for Logic Fiber Internet for the fastest and 1 month freest internet on the island. Visit logic.ky to sign up. Terms and conditions apply.
Radio Cayman 3 to 6 mix on the weekdays. Brought to you by
Cayman Insurance Center, serving the community for 45 years. Don't take chances with your family's future. Call Denise Brown at 814-7229 or Michael Webster at 925-5433. Fitness Plus and Train with Dre. Getting in shape has never been easier with the mobile fitness app by Train with Dre and the new Eco Power Sport Art equipment.
Every day.
Every day. All the time. All the time.
Visit fitnessplus.com for more information.
Also brought to you by Merengue Town.
It's time to feel the rhythm, time to feel the vibe. It's time for Merengue Town.